This Fiverr seller has made £50,000 selling logos. The logos look suspiciously similar to those seen on Canva and other free-to-use design websites such as Hatchful and Wix. Freelancers are hacking the system and earning thousands of pounds, and you can get started with this within about 15 to 20 minutes. So what's the secret? How do they do it? Hi folks, I'm Ty, and on this channel we talk about making money online. We cover everything from investing, side hustles, to crypto and e-commerce. In this video we talk about the 4 best-selling and highest paid gigs on Fiverr and how you can start your way into these side hustles. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, and that's what we're all about on this channel. So if that sounds like you, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. So the first one that we're going to talk about is a logo design. Logo design is the process of basically producing a logo in the style that your customers are asking for. It sounds more complicated than it actually is because there are apps and websites that help you do this. These websites make the process super easy. Now, some of these websites such as Shopify, Wix and Canva can help you do this within a matter of minutes. So I'll show you right now how easy it is. So we'll go on Hatchful. I'll just bring up the screen here. So Hatchful is an extension of Shopify. It's a free logo maker. We type our store name, we pick some elements that we like. Do we want it bold? Do we want it innovative? Do we want it futuristic? Do we want to set up a friendly vibe? You pick your style. Now, from here, we literally just click the button and it processes a huge range of logos that we can use. These are fairly generic, but sometimes this is what the customer wants. They want a very simple, modern logo, very simplistic, nothing too much going on, and this resource is perfect for doing that. Now, the good thing about this is that it's fairly quickly. You've just seen me design one there in a matter of seconds. Now, this shouldn't take you more than 10 to 15 minutes. You might have to play around a bit to find something that you or your customer likes, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes. So it's a good side hustle to start because it's time effective. This seller is clearly using designs similar to those that we've just seen on the website. They have 12,000 reviews. Now, let's assume that all 12,000 reviews and 12,000 purchases were under the same gig of £4. That's 48 or just over £48,000, which is absolutely insane, just crazy. They're doing this as a side hustle and they're earning more doing this than probably a lot of people are earning in their 9 to 5. Now, something to consider is that this seller does have another logo gig and an SEO gig, so they could be earning money from this, but still, all in all, £48,000 from logo making and then one SEO gig isn't too bad at all. The good thing about this is, like I've just showed you, making the logo is free. You're not drop servicing where you're paying somebody else to do it. You have complete control because you're creating it yourself. Now, this does mean that it's taking your time to create the logo, but it also means that the money you make from it is all profit. It's 100% profit margin, which is extremely good for a side hustle. With Canva, it's another logo creation tool. It's actually a design creation tool. You can use it for a variety of things, but you can browse logo templates and edit the logo to suit your style or to suit your customer request. Here are some of the logo templates on Canva under the gaming section. Now, some of these look insane, they look epic, and they look like they've been professionally done. Now, if you go on Google and you look at the esports gaming logos and the teams within the gaming community, you'll see that the templates match the same style, usually a fierce animal, very bold, very vibrant, and it's matching the same style as the professional logos. It's really easy to click a template and then to change it according to what you or your customer is looking for. The way Canva works means that it's more customizable, so you can download this, you can edit the logo, you can edit the text and the colors, which means you can justify charging more for the gigs if you're using this platform because it's going to look slightly better than those that we've just seen on Hatchful. They do take a little more time as well, so another reason to charge slightly more. If I was to start this side hustle, which I might do in another video, if you'd like to see that, let me know down below, but I'd consider charging $10 or $12 for 2 to 3 logos. And if after the first week I didn't get an order, then I'd perhaps decrease it down to 5. And if I still didn't get an order after, let's say, 10 to 14 days, I'd charge just $1 to get those orders coming in. And then once I get good feedback, once I start appearing up on those searches because of the good reviews, then I'll start getting more orders and I can increase the price. So the second popular and top paid gig is website design. Now, website design is a little bit more difficult and harder than logo design because there is a certain level of skill involved, but there are still shortcuts that you can take similar to logo and using Canva. Shopify, for example, is an e-commerce platform that allows you to create the website yourself using their pre-installed elements. So you're not coding or anything like that. You're just dragging and dropping any elements of the website and basically picking your own design. You can design the colors. There's a lot of creative control on Shopify. So that's why a lot of dropshippers tend to gravitate towards using that platform. Now, a lot of dropshipping websites are very simple and they can be made in a matter of hours. When I first started, I think it took me a week to create my first dropshipping website, and now I can just create one in an afternoon. Now, you could design a website outside of e-commerce platforms on a different website creation tool if that's what you're interested in. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to focus on Shopify website because that's what I've got my experience in. So if I was to create a gig for Shopify web design, like I was going to create a Shopify website, then you'd be looking to charge between £70 or $80. Some of the gigs do have over 100 reviews, meaning they have made some serious cheese or moolah, dosh, cash. Basically, they've made a lot of money. And this could be something that you could get yourself into. Now, if you want to learn how to do Shopify design and basically website creation, again, look on YouTube. There's so many tutorials on Skillshare as well, and Teachable. There's so many courses that you can do, but to be fair, all the information you need is free on YouTube. If you type in how to create a Shopify website, you can find videos that are probably about 50 minutes to an hour long, and that will take you through the whole process start to finish. Once you've made a couple of websites, maybe for yourself or maybe for your friends and family, or made them free of charge just to get that experience, you can start charging more and more for them. So when you start getting orders, you can then up the price and then start creating a serious income from it. SEO is the next thing we're going to be talking about, and SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. SEO is the process of optimizing a listing using product titles, keywords, so you appear up on search pages. Now, this is relatively easy to learn, and you can learn it right here on YouTube, and the price of these gigs vary. For a full SEO monthly service, so you're rating on those top Google search pages consistently, you can charge like hundreds and hundreds of pounds and dollars for it. But for a Shopify listing optimization, you're probably looking at about $20 to $40. Obviously, if you're providing the full service, you're going to have to learn how to use backlinks. You're going to have to learn how the whole process works. Whereas if you try to identify a certain niche like Shopify listing optimization, then you might be able to just tone it down. You might get paid less for the gig, but it's a lot easier to learn. Now, search engine optimization isn't something that I know an awful lot about. So if I was to start this gig, I'd probably do something like the Shopify listing optimization, because that's where my experience lies. I've got experience on Shopify. I kind of know the basics, so learning more intermediate stuff wouldn't be too difficult. Now, there are apps and websites that help you with this as well. If you go on the Shopify App Store and go to search engine optimization, there are things that will help you. Some of them are paid apps, some of them are free. There's also companies outside of Fiverr that do this. So if you do really well with search engine optimization gigs on Fiverr, you can then move on to creating a business around it. Now, the last one I'm going to mention is social media managing. Now, it's not social media marketing. That's a completely different thing. Social media marketing is creating ads and managing ads through social media with the intent to drive traffic and sales. Social media managing focuses on content creation, engagement, and maintenance. With social media management, we're analysing the markets, we're analysing our target audience, we're identifying when are the best times to post and what kind of content works best for that audience, for that platform. Does short form content work better, like YouTube Shorts or TikToks or Instagram Reels, or do standard pictures and posts work better? The aim of social media managing is to grow a following and grow the audience and grow that social media profile. Now, yes, that does tie in with social media marketing, but the point of managing is to get that organic growth. You're focusing on the growth of the account, on the growth of that social media account, rather than the growth of the business and increase in sales. Your primary aim is to manage that social media account, content creation, posting 2 to 3 times a day, and basically building that following. There are apps such as Later and Hashtastic, which is specific for Instagram, that are brilliant for scheduling posts and providing hashtags that are like trending and are really popular on Instagram. Looking on Fiverr, there's different types of social media managing gigs. Now you could become a social media manager for 30 days. That's basically managing someone's social media account for 30 days, and that charges anywhere between $100 and $300. Dropshippers and people in the e-commerce space might hire people to do this if they're going on holiday or they're taking a sabbatical or they're just taking a step back to focus on other things, but they still want to grow that social media. So they'll pay somebody to basically lead it and manage it for the entire month. A social media manager for 5 days or just about a week charges anywhere between $20 and $70. So there's definitely good variety here. There's a good chance for people to start on Fiverr and basically experiment with what works best for them. Maybe you can't give 30 days managing someone's social media and just try it for 48 hours or try it for the week just to see if it's something that you enjoy and want to do more of. Outside of Fiverr and freelancing, you can set up a company to do social media managing. Some social media managing companies tie in with social media marketing and they basically offer like bundle packages. But just social media managing, for a company to manage another company's social media, can charge somewhere between like £1,000 a month if they're doing it on a professional regular basis. So if you've got 3 to 4 clients, just 3 to 4 clients paying you $1,000 a month to manage all their social media across various platforms, that's a good way and a realistic way of earning £30,000 to £40,000 a year. So there you have it, 4 high-paying, best-selling services and gigs on Fiverr and basically to freelance in general that anybody can start. You've got logo design, perhaps the easiest in my opinion because the tools are just out there and they're so easy to use. Now, it's probably also the least rewarding to start off with, but you can always scale it. Now, website design is the second one, which is the complete opposite. It's a little bit harder, it takes more time, it takes more skill, but it has larger payouts. Then you've got the third one we talked about, which is SEO, search engine optimization. Now, this can vary depending on how you want to approach it, but again, good opportunity to get into. It's something that you're going to have to learn and become relatively high skilled in, which you can learn on YouTube. The fourth one that we looked at was social media managing, which, to be honest, if you're spending all your hours on social media, similar to myself, if you're scrolling through TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, you'll know what performs well and you'll know what is appealing to certain types of audiences. So you may already be knowledgeable in certain niches already. Now, let me know down below if you have any questions. If none of these are your cup of tea, if none of these side hustles are for you, do check out my ways to make passive income because you might find something else that you like. But if you did find something interesting in this video, if you did learn something new, then do like and subscribe because I post every week and drop a lot of value. That's pretty much all from me. Thanks ever so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.